Have you ever imagined being killed just for having an opinion? Like, actually killed. Not unfollowed, not exposed, not subtweeted. We're talking about fire, torches, wood piles. Helena, the protagonist of this story, wasn't an influencer, but she got canceled harder than any content creator ever could. Her crime? She talked to herself. Literally. Before the internet existed, public lynching was already trending just with the smell of burnt flesh and morality screaming in Latin. This is the story of a woman who dared to call out the wrong man, and paid with her life. Because in the Middle Ages, speaking too much was riskier than signing a deal with the devil. The scariest part? This script still repeats itself, only now it has Instagram filters and passive-aggressive comment threads. The witch hunt never really ended. It just changed clothes, now it wears a blazer, has Wi-Fi, and sounds progressive. Think this is an exaggeration? Just wait. You know that moment when you catch yourself talking out loud and wonder, am I losing it? Well, if you lived in the Middle Ages, your problem wouldn't be sanity, it'd be fire. Literal fire. Talking to yourself was enough to be branded a witch, or in today's terms, problematic on Twitter. Helena was just a regular woman living her life until she got accused of witchcraft for saying the town's golden boy was trash. The twist? The guy was a member of the church. That's when her trial turned into a medieval reality show. No truth, just blood and entertainment. Truth is, Helena was history's first documented canceled woman. Canceled with fire, no right of reply. All because she spoke up, had opinions, and didn't smile on command. That was the Inquisition's vibe. And sadly, it was just the beginning. Heinrich Kramer, the guy who couldn't handle a no, became the official coach of medieval paranoia. After Helena exposed him in court and humiliated him, he did what every fragile man does. He wrote a book. But not just any book. He wrote the ultimate cancellation manual, Malleus Maleficarum. This book became a medieval bestseller. Like #1 on the Old Testament charts. It taught people how to identify, hunt, torture, and erase witches. Spoiler: almost any woman qualified. It was fake news, misogyny, and butthurt pride wrapped in holy parchment. The worst part? It was treated as reliable as the Bible. People read it and walked away thinking they had witch radar built into their eyeballs, or their noses, or their marriage proposals. It was basically a hormonal apocalypse disguised as holy scripture. With the book's success and the church's blessing, witch hunts became official events, like the World Cup of Paranoia. Entire villages joined the game hunt, torture, kill. Every forced confession triggered more names, a God-sanctioned cycle of collective delusion. Remember Heinrich, our bitter little author? He became a star, like an Inquisition influencer. His manual was read by leaders, bishops, even royalty. And the rule was clear: the more you torture, the closer you get to truth. Spoiler: every woman ended up guilty. Helena didn't survive. She vanished in smoke like so many others. But her name still echoes in the filthy halls of moral hypocrisy dressed up as justice. All she wanted was to be heard. But back then, a woman who speaks too much becomes firewood. Helena may have burned, but the system she fought multiplied. The woman who spoke her mind became the standard threat. No more spells needed, just being inconvenient was enough. In other words, being human. Centuries later, cancellation just changed platforms. Out went the fire, in came the quote tweet. Out went the inquisitor, in came the masculinity coach. The formula remains: shame to control, fear to silence, bonfire to erase, now powered by algorithms. What nobody tells you is that this system still works, just under new branding, reputation, standards, normality. And when you break that, even with a whisper to yourself, someone shows up with a torch. It just looks like a comment now, or an unfollow, or a screenshot. Helena's flames died out, but the fire kept burning in every woman who dared to exist outside the script. The truth is, the system never wanted justice. It wanted silence, preferably seasoned with smoke and shame. Today's fires look different. selective cancellation, moral lynching, exclusion dressed up as opinions, and people still ask why women are angry. Maybe it's because our ancestors were burned for less. And you? Are you still afraid to talk to yourself? Because if so, maybe we're still in the same public square. Only now, it's called the internet. Let me ask you this. How many times have you swallowed your thoughts just to avoid trouble? How many ideas have you killed before they left your mouth, afraid they'd make you crazy, aggressive, or too much? Maybe Helena's fire still burns in our modern decisions, only now it smells like self-doubt. Are you living to avoid the fire? Not literal flames, but stares, judgments, subtle exclusions. Because here's the truth. If fear still speaks louder than your voice, you're still trapped in the same curse that burned thousands before you. If that hit a nerve, do yourself a favor. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications, and let's keep lighting fires. But this time to illuminate. Because around here we burn lies, ignorance, and everything that dares to keep you small.